Hello there, my name is Valerie White-Williams, and today I'm talking about Virgo Rising or Virgo Ascendant. So before I get into it, make sure you subscribe and click on the bell so you get notified of all of my uploads. So the rising is set with your birth time. So, your sun could be overhead, it could be on this part or this part, and then we have that horizon line. Now, what the horizon line does, it sets your chart wheel into motion. And if you've been following my astrology videos recently, you will know that I'm not a fan of sun sign astrology. That is just not going to show you very much. It's one part of that puzzle. I think what's more important is knowing your chart wheel, which you need to have a birth time, and it talks about how all the planets are in the scheme of the relationships. It's like a movie set or a play. And that's going to give you a lot more information about why you are here. I call the birth chart your blueprint, just like building a house. So we're going to talk about Virgo today. Now, here's the deal. I am a Virgo rising, but I am at 29 degrees. So I'm kind of on the cusp between, of course, Virgo and Libra. So that's where it is. But we're going to just talk about Virgo because I'm kind of on that cusp. A little more extroverted than typical Virgo, I think. But Virgos are mutable Earth. So Virgos can come across as very quiet. They're very discerning. They also maybe don't talk much. You might think, oh, they're not talking very much because they're always thinking about what is proper and what is appropriate. They're known to be perfectionists, meaning that everything has to be in order. So they can come across as maybe stiff or closed-lipped, but they tend to have a sense of symmetry. And they really like classic styles that are no nonsense, no ruffles, no frills. Typically, they like classic lines like Audrey Hepburn and classic jewelry, things like that. And they're usually not the people that are going to go all out and get crazy and laugh, and because they're a little bit more understated. There's a sense of understatement, and they are not going to just blurt things out. They're going to think first. So that's why Virgo rising might seem a little bit stiff. But again, they're an earth sign, and the earth signs are earthy. But the Virgos are a bit more perfectionistic. There's a lot of perfectionism in Virgo, especially with the Virgo rising. They want everything to be right. And they're not going to settle for sloppy seconds. They want it right or not at all. Yeah. And they can come across as cool. They can come across as cool because, again, the rising sign is not the sun sign. It's how you are seen. I kind of think of it as like a bottle. You have a bottle of beer, okay? So the beer bottle is the shape. The beer is inside, but it's the shape of the bottle. So that's what our rising sign, it's the shape of us. And my teacher calls it, Connie Kaplan, you gotta think about this again. So my teacher calls it your ethical foundation. It's how you approach life. So Virgo risings approach things, they're very conscientious. They're gonna do things correctly. They're gonna do it right or not at all. They can be neat freaks. They can not want to see a lot of clutter. They might also, again, be a little bit tight-lipped until they know somebody. But they typically have a very symmetrical face. There's a lot of symmetry in them, a lot of stillness. But behind that stillness, they're thinking. They're always thinking. They're also very analytical. They tend to focus on putting things together, organizing. So that's really what the Virgo energy is. It's mutable Earth. So Virgos like to put things in order. They want things to be where they're supposed to be, or they want to fix it to make it work better. And so they are attached to really putting things in order and sharing something that will help others by perfecting things, and just having that analytical mind that will help you make progress. They are organized. They may be clean freaks. I don't think they're all going to be clean freaks. There's lots of things going on. And personally, I'm not a clean freak, but I don't like clutter. And I like simple, clean lines. But I think as a cusp, I'm 29 degrees. After that, it's going to be Libra. I'm on the edge. I'm on the cusp. So I have a little bit of the Libra friendliness, but I also have that persnickety Virgo on my side. And sometimes people think that I'm not any fun. But yeah, I think Virgos need to be comfortable. Virgo rising, if they're not comfortable, they're not going to say anything. They're going to keep their mouth shut. But if they are comfortable, they're going to share. And again, Virgo rising tends to, people are they have a keen eye to look at things. And what Virgos do is they can see what needs to be fixed and they can share how to make it better. That's the Virgo talent. And Virgo, again, really, it's all or nothing. I want to have it perfect or I don't want it. So yeah, it can be hard for dating and things like that because, and Virgos can seem a little cool. We can feel a little bit cool. But again, the earth signs are not cool. They can be very passionate, but they need to have everything right, in the right place, the right time, feeling comfortable. And usually Virgos, when they're in a very comfortable place with people they care about and they can let their hair down and they can have fun and make jokes, but they're usually going to be maybe more reserved in a place where they don't know people. And then people think they're shy, but they're not really shy. They're just not going to say anything unless they have something to say, or they feel what they're going to say is going to be appreciated. Because some people don't want to be told how to fix things and how to make things better. Not everybody wants to hear that. So that Virgo is very discriminating and very clean. So that's the Virgo rising. And, Virgos tend to be, that symmetry. We have that symmetry going on. So that's Virgo rising. So we're going to also I want to let you know, I forgot, that it really depends on the planets on either side of that horizon line, the ascendant. So if you say have moon, for example, in that first house and you're Virgo rising, you might be a little bit more emotionally sharing your emotions more than a typical Virgo, because Virgos are usually tight-lipped unless I know you. But moon in the first house, the emotions are going to come across really, really a lot. And likewise Mars. So if Mars is that first house, that Virgo rising might just be a little bit more hot-headed, a little more energetic. So that's what can kind of make things a little bit different with the rising signs. Likewise, say Sun is in the 12th house. If the Sun is in the first house, that personality is going to be out. And then if it's in the 12th house, it's going to be a little bit subdued. So it really depends on the chart. My first house is empty, but I have a lot of Libra there. So again, it really depends on the chart wheel, because I was just on the cusp. And originally I thought it was a Libra rising, but then I got a more appropriate birth time, and I'm 29 degrees Virgo. So that's what it is. So let's talk about on the other side, which is the partnership house and the kind of people that you attract to balance yourself, because that's what the 7th house is. It's the house of partnership. And usually we're looking at people who are going to bring out things that we think we don't have. So with Virgo rising, on the other side is Pisces. And Pisces is mutable water. So it would make sense that a Virgo who's a little bit likes to things in order and wants to make things are careful and put together is going to bring the Pisces energy, which is the artistic energy, that the emotional, creative, spiritual energy. It balances the Virgo. So the Virgo energy is, balancing that persnickety energy. But really what it is allowing in those relationships, the people that you're partnering with, they are going to bring it out of you. So that's how it works. Now with me, I, again, am on the cusp. So I have more Aries in my seventh house. So I attract a lot of Aries. And so I always read the Libra because I'm just so close. So that's how astrology works. So that is Virgo rising. So I would love to hear in the comments below if that made sense to you, if you relate to being a Virgo rising. Again, I'm kind of a half-breed on that one, but I'd love to hear you Virgo risings if this resonated. And all right, I want to let you know of my free passion project on Facebook, which is Creative Soul Alignment, and that is for people that are interested in spirituality and creativity. Because here's the deal, we are all creative in our own way, because you make your life with every decision you make. You're creating your life. And we are all here on the planet at this time to create a world that works for all of us. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to visualize it first, and then we're going to see it come down. So I hope you join me with that. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.